I'm Kathleen, and I'm here to tell you why you should read the Vampire Academy series by Richelle Mead. And yes, I do have 3 copies of the first book. I would have more, but my brother couldn't find them when he was in Europe. If you feel the need to have a reference to compare Vampire Academy to, the best combination is probably Buffy the Vampire Slayer crossed with Harry Potter. Okay, so the basic plot to Vampire Academy, well, the first one at least. 2 girls have run away from their boarding school. 2 years later, they are found and brought back. One has to catch up on her training, the other is feeling the pressure of social groups, and, well, fun times ensue. Okay, so here are the basics. The vampires in Vampire Academy are taken from Romanian mythology. Richelle took a class on it when she was in university. So you have 3 different vampires. First you have your Moroi. They are your good vampires. They age but really well, and they live on a diet of both blood and food. And they do have fangs. These Moroi are awesome because they have powers based in the elements. The Moroi have super senses, you know, like hearing and eyesight and that, but they don't have the super strength or anything like that. Next you have your Strigoi. The Strigoi are your evil ones. They're the ones that have died and come back. They have red eyes, fangs, and really pale skin. They're monsters, so all they care about is blood and power, and they could have been either a Moroi, Dhampir, or a human before. But if you're a Moroi turned Strigoi, you lose your powers. The Strigoi have all the super things, you know, super strength, super speed, super eyesight, super hearing. While the Moroi have super senses as well, the Strigoi super senses are even more heightened. And then lastly, you have your Dhampirs. The Dhampirs are half vampire, half human, and because of that, they get the best of both worlds. No, I'm not going to sing Hannah Montana. They don't have fangs and they don't drink blood, but they do have the vampire super healing gene. They have the Moroi heightened senses and they have the endurance of humans, and they train all through their schooling to be the bodyguards of the Moroi and protecting them from the Strigoi. They all live in secret because, you know, humans are just crazy when it comes to supernatural creatures. Some live away from human communities and others integrate themselves into everyday human life. St. Vladimir's, where the first book is set, is just one of the schools set up for the Moroi and the Dhampirs. Now here's some characters you should know, and they all inspire in different ways. So you've got your 2 main characters, Rose and Lissa. Rose Hathaway is the protagonist. She's 17 and a Dhampir. All her life she's trained to protect Lissa, and she couldn't imagine doing anything else with her life. Rose is loud, sassy, badass, and definitely dedicated. She'd do anything for her best friend, and she really makes you want to step up your game and learn how to fight. Mr. Dragomir is also 17 and she's a Moroi. She's also a royal Moroi and is the princess of one of the 12 royal families. Unfortunately, she got that title because the rest of her family died and she's the last living heir to the Dragomir line. Lissa will also do anything for her best friend, but because she's not a physical fighter, she does it in different ways. She uses her magic and her ability to speak very eloquently. And that is why this plan is a good idea. Then you have all your other characters. There's Dmitri, who is described as a Russian god and is Rose's mentor. Yeah, I can't imitate Dmitri. Christian, the outcast who catches Lissa's attention. He is very sarcastic and controls fire. Mason, another Dhampir and a great friend, but he can never catch a break with Rose. Mia, the popular chick who also hates Rose and Lissa, but she's got fabulous fashion sense. There are so many other characters, but unless this video is going to be an hour long, I can't tell you about them all. Vampire Academy isn't just another fluffy vampire piece. It deals with real issues and you have to read past the first book to see a lot of them. So it deals with friendship. We've got best friends Rose and Lissa, and we've also got best friends Mason and Eddie. Because the beginning is set in high school, it also deals with social cliques. and Rose and Lissa find out if the popular group is really the best place for them. It definitely deals with relationships. We've got Rose and Dimitri, Lissa and Christian, Mia and Aaron, and so many more. And then it delves into even deeper issues, like self-harm. Lissa has a history of self-harming, and Rose is always there for her. Bullying. Mia and the populars bully Rose and Lissa, and then Rose and Lissa retaliate. Slut-shaming. There's the whole blood whores concept, and then it also kind of deals a bit with the male-female like slut thing. The concept of making your own family. Lissa's parents and her brother both died. Rose barely sees her mother and she doesn't know who her father is. Dimitri had an abusive father. Loneliness. Christian has no friends and Mia is instantly turned upon by her friends. Alcohol abuse. There's underage drinking and one of the characters is an alcoholic. Depression, grief. Lissa loses her parents and her powers have a negative effect on her. And body image and eating disorders. The Moroi are genetically very thin, and one of the characters, who is human, really wants to look like them even if it's not healthy for her. So don't just stop at the first book, read them all and then make your judgment. The second book is when the action really kicks in, but you need to read the first book first to get all your background information. If you want to hit me up on Twitter, there's a big group of Vampire Academy fans there. And remember to not judge a book by its cover, or its marketing chosen name, or its movie. If you're a Vampire Academy fan, comment what your favourite part of VA is. Also, please like this video and subscribe, and please tell me if you'd like to see more of these why you should read videos and for what series. So yeah. Read Vampire Academy.